Are your shoes secretly putting you at risk for a devastating knee injury? Imagine you're out on the field or the court, feeling invincible, making quick cuts and sharp pivots. Suddenly, snap. Your knee buckles and you're down. Turns out, it might not just be bad luck or a poor landing. It could be your shoes. Research shows that the footwear we choose can significantly impact our risk of an ACL injury. Modern athletic shoes, often designed for maximum grip and performance, could be putting dangerous strain on your knees during these explosive movements. Could something as simple as your shoe choice be making all the difference between staying in the game or months of painful rehab? Let's find out how your shoes might be working against you, and more importantly, what you can do to protect yourself. We all know that ACL injuries are fairly common, especially in high-intensity sports like soccer, basketball, and football. In fact, non-contact ACL injuries, where no physical impact is involved, make up around 70% of all ACL tears. But what's surprising is how much your footwear can influence your risk. While modern athletic footwear is designed to boost performance with features like better grip, advanced cushioning, and improved stability, some of these enhancements might actually increase the chance of ACL injuries. So today we're going to explore the science between how your shoes might be affecting your knees, and more importantly, how you can make smarter choices to protect yourself. Let's start by looking at something most people overlook: the design of your shoe's toe box. So let's start with biomechanics. The big toe plays a critical role in foot stability, alignment, and overall movement mechanics. When your foot hits the ground, whether you're sprinting, cutting, or jumping, the big toe helps control balance and the distribution of forces throughout your foot and up into your knee. The problem? Many modern shoes with narrow toe boxes are restricting that natural function. A cramped toe box forces the big toe into an unnatural position, limiting its ability to spread and splay. This restriction affects the entire lower chain of movement, particularly during high-impact actions like jumping or changing direction. Biomechanically, this leads to compensatory movements, such as excessive internal tibial rotation and knee valgus, which is the inward collapse of the knee, both of which significantly increase ACL strain. Knee valgus, especially combined with tibial rotation, has been shown to dramatically increase the forces on the ACL, making it more susceptible to tears. Studies show that narrow toe boxes create increased pressure on the forefoot, which can further alter your gait or running mechanics. This pressure disrupts natural foot mechanics, increasing instability during movement, which in turn leads to greater stresses on the knee. Wider toe boxes, by contrast, allow the big toe to move freely, promoting proper alignment from the foot to the knee and reducing strain on the ACL. By choosing shoes with a wider toe box, you can maintain better alignment throughout your entire lower body, preventing those harmful knee mechanics that contribute to ACL injuries. It's a really simple yet powerful way to safeguard your knees during high-impact sports. Modern athletic shoes are designed with advanced grip technologies to enhance performance by providing more traction on various surfaces. This sounds great, but science shows that more traction can actually increase the risk of ACL injuries, particularly in sports involving rapid changes in direction like soccer and basketball. When traction is too high, the foot's ability to pivot or slide naturally is reduced. So instead of the foot adjusting smoothly during a sharp cut or a turn, the excessive grip locks the foot in place and it forces the knee to absorb more rotational forces. This phenomenon is known as rotational stiffness, and it places extreme stress on the knee joint, particularly the ACL. Studies show that this increased rotational force is a significant risk factor for non-contact ACL injuries, as it forces the knee into vulnerable positions without proper foot rotation. Biomechanically, when the foot grips too tightly to the ground, the knee often compensates, again by twisting inward or outward, depending on the movement. That increased internal or external tibial rotation, combined with that knee valgus, which is that inward collapse that we talked about, again significantly raises the strain on the ACL. Research demonstrates that surfaces with high traction, such as turf or certain synthetic playing fields, are associated with a higher incidence of ACL injuries because they increase that rotational stress. That's why you see a lot of athletes prefer traditional grass to fake surfaces. For athletes, the balance between traction and mobility is crucial. Shoes that allow just enough movement to let the foot pivot naturally can reduce those harmful rotational forces on the knee. Opting for footwear with moderate grip matched to the type of playing surface is an effective way to lower the risk of ACL tears while still maintaining performance. Cushioning is one of the key selling points in modern athletic footwear, designed to absorb impact and reduce stress on the joints. While cushioning can offer short-term benefits, the science shows that too much of it can alter knee biomechanics, again increasing the risk of ACL injuries. When we talk about cushioning, we're referring to the material in the shoe that reduces the force transfer from the ground to your body during movements. While this obviously sounds protective, excessive cushioning can actually interfere with your body's natural proprioception, which is the sense of where your body is in space. With too much cushioning, your feet feet receive less feedback from the ground, causing changes in how you land or push off. That lack of sensory feedback can lead to improper foot placement, which alters knee alignment during movement, especially when landing from jumps. Biomechanically, when shoes provide too much shock absorption, it can reduce the stability of the foot during dynamic actions, and that instability transfers up to the knee, increasing the likelihood of knee valgus and that anterior tibial rotation, again contributing to ACL strain. Research shows that during high impact activities, cushioned shoes can cause the foot to sink into the shoe, which delays the timing of muscle activation that helps normally stabilize the knee. That delayed response also adds extra stress to the ACL, especially during those rapid movements. So moderate cushioning is essential to maintaining both protection and proprioception. The goal is to absorb enough impact to protect the joints, but not so much that it throws off your body's natural movement patterns. Choosing shoes with balanced cushioning is a key way that you can reduce the risk of ACL injuries while maintaining proper knee alignment. One of the most striking findings in ACL injury research is that women are significantly more likely to suffer an ACL tear than men. In fact, female athletes are up to 2 to 8 times more likely to experience ACL injuries, particularly in sports that involve jumping, pivoting, and rapid direction changes. But why is this? The reasons are a mix of anatomical, hormonal, and biomechanical factors. First, women tend to have wider hips, which increases the Q angle, which is the angle formed between the hip and the knee. The wider angle naturally places more stress on the knee joint during movements like cutting or landing, which increases the risk of knee valgus. If you hadn't caught on by now, that knee valgus is a major contributor to ACL injuries, especially combined with rotational forces that we see in sports. Biomechanically, women also tend to land from jumps with less knee flexion and more upright postures compared to men. That stiffer landing style increases the forces on the ACL. Studies also show that women have higher rates of internal tibial rotation and knee valgus during athletic movements, likely due to that Q angle, which places more strain on the ACL. In fact, one study found that women are more likely to exhibit these high-risk mechanics even in neutral foot positions, making them more susceptible to injury even with optimal footwear. This combination of anatomical and biomechanical factors makes it really critical for female athletes to pay special attention to their footwear and training techniques. Choosing shoes that help reduce rotational forces as well as strengthening the muscles around the knee to stabilize the joint are key strategies for minimizing ACL risk injury in women. Choosing the right footwear is about more than just comfort. It's about protecting your knees, especially from ACL injuries. Whether it's lifting shoes, basketball shoes, cleats, or just everyday shoes, most shoes are not designed with that wide toe box. But that is the first place that I like people to start. Find a shoe that has a wider toe box that allows your big toe to move more naturally to support your knee. Next, opt for moderate traction. While grip is essential for performance, excessive traction increases rotational forces on your knee, leading to higher ACL strain. If you're playing on surfaces like artificial turf or hardwood, choose shoes with moderate traction that allow for some natural foot movement, reducing the risk of your foot getting stuck while your body rotates. Then, balance cushioning and stability. Too much cushioning can interfere with your foot's ability to sense the ground, which can alter your biomechanics and lead to improper knee positioning. Look for shoes that offer cushioning to absorb impact, but not so much that you lose stability. This balance will help maintain knee alignment and reduce ACL stress during dynamic movements. You can match your shoes to the surface. So different surfaces require different types of footwear. For example, playing on turf requires different shoes with traction and grip patterns than those used on hardwood courts. So always select shoes designed for the specific surface you'll be playing on to ensure optimal performance and injury prevention. Finally, consider gender-specific footwear. Female athletes face unique ACL injury risks due to anatomical and biomechanical differences. Shoes designed specifically for women, which account for the wider hips and higher Q angle, can help reduce the forces that lead to knee valgus and ACL injuries. So look for gender-specific options if possible. By following these guidelines, you can significantly reduce the risk of ACL injuries while still maximizing your athletic performance. And if you want our list of recommended shoes, you can grab them from the link down below. In the end, the shoes you choose aren't just about comfort and performance. They're about injury prevention too. From the design of the toe box to the amount of traction and cushioning, your footwear can either help protect your knees or increase your risk of an ACL tear. By understanding the science behind how shoes affect your biomechanics, you can make smarter, more informed choices to stay safe on the field, court, or track. Next time you're shopping for athletic shoes, keep those tips in mind. Find a balance in traction, prioritize toe space, choose the right cushioning, and consider gender-specific designs if you're a female. Your knees will definitely thank you. If you're an athlete or struggle with ACL injuries in the past and you found this video helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more of our tips. Share your comments or your own experiences down below. We love hearing from you guys. And evaluate your shoes. Are they helping or hurting your performance and safety?